allow the children
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man do they talk. He do they talk. Say my yegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, my yegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Man of the masses, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego diary politico, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. This man not the off in mind, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. Aha, now you not done here, all these bad politicians, them we call themselves politicians. When they thief our money, we no want make the common man get waiting supposed get for this country. And I never hear something. Now go hear one, my ego. You go show na paper. My ego diary political. So my people make you shout, oh yeah, yeah. My ego down.
I know the audio was a little bit off, right? Let's take it again. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Mayegun Live.
Àṣírí ọ̀tẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o.
Dear Templars, I welcome you all to the Temple of Truth tonight. And your Mayegun is here. The microphone is on. Please read beyond the caption of the broadcast. Read the description of this broadcast. Like it, share it, to invite your friends and not so friendly friends and tell all of them that Mayegun today. Thank you so much for joining me again from wherever you are tuning in. Tell all of them that Mayegun today, sir. As you can see, consider this as another update. Some updates where when they lie to you, even when they lie to us, there is always going to be, no matter how long or how far the lie travels, the truth actually catches up faster than the speed of sound. Just 4 days ago, we were trying to be very positive because at least we would be positive when we see them do something right. But there is always this part that continues to remind us that these guys cannot be trusted. So now we have now been told that Dangote Refinery oil, the one that has this much media attention, seems to have become a ruse. Some said it's a sabotage from the NNPCL. I won't be surprised. I am going to tell you what I heard and what I know, okay? And you will tell me what you know too. Tell everybody. Thank you, Mutide. Yeah, I'm beginning to come back slowly, and then, steadily and surely and steadily, okay? So thank you so much. If you did join us in the afternoon, I did try that today. I tried to do our afternoon or break or brunch show today. And I was going to see how that went, but it went well though, yeah? So thank you so much to those of you who are just joining me today. I've got a lot of updates for you tonight. Most of them are just gists, the gists from what we have heard. You see, like I said, even when majority of us want to try and then be positive in the midst of fraudulent characters who are pulling off different stunts in that contraption every day, it is more or less like they are using your lives in Nigeria as kalu, like to play kalu. This one, this or that, this or that, this one or this or that. That's how they are playing with your lives in that contraption. And most of the time, a lot of people want to think, or should I say, some people want to think that we do not wish Nigeria well. Wishes doesn't pay bills. Wishes doesn't fix anything. Actions does. And when Dangote and then the NNPCL, when their bromance became something of concern, we raised the alarm, and then we also felt like we should wish them well. At least if they manage to do well, it will be to the betterment of a lot of you, until the reality sets in. We now realize that they are just playing every one of you. Unfortunately, these are cold-hearted criminals, but you couldn't really pinpoint who is in on this. But with the pieces of information out there that I've managed to gather from here and there, I could bring them all to Mayegun's Diary Political, while you sit back, relax, and we can, we can decipher this together. I said something this afternoon. Last night, temper did rise. A lot of people felt, uncomfortable. Maybe not a lot, okay? So we had members of this temple abusing themselves, especially on YouTube, attacking themselves. simply because Mayegun was talking about the rogue criminal pulpit bandits. Adeboye, to be precise. A member of this platform actually suffered what we call the mental breakdown yesterday when he personally felt like, you know, it's like we always targeted the Christians, which is not true. A lot of you have been on this platform where the Sultan, which I personally called the descendant of the first terrorist in Nigeria, Uthman Dan Fodio, in the history of how the terrorist, Fulani terrorist, took over the northern part of Nigeria and continued the effort of spreading that all over Nigeria until tomorrow. I keep saying it that your Sultan of Sokoto, is a descendant of Uthman Dan Fodio, who happened to be the first terrorist in Nigeria. And majority of those Fulanis, they have this mentality that Nigeria is the estate of their great-grandfather, Uthman Dan Fodio, and they could do whatever they like with it. But I am a very rational person, okay? Dear Templar, I am a very rational person. And that's why I said, if you want to love Mayegun, you have to love Mayegun unconditionally. Because I won't speak on anyone that is not, by any means, right, contributing to the problems that a lot of us are facing in that contraption, home and abroad. So if the turn was the turn of your pastors, you do not have any means to have a mental breakdown, begin to abuse the members of the temple, calling them slaves, calling them names, and all of that. I found out that we had about a few of them who sort of had a mental breakdown yesterday. So, and tonight, we are going to get rid of all of them tonight. If they show face in the comment section tonight, okay, even if now ordinary hello, they type in that comment tonight, it's going to be the last comment. They are going to comment on this platform. Yes, because it's one rule, okay? I would not pick on I won't come here, right, for no reason and say, okay, I want to attack your religion. No. The supporters of Mayegun, the lovers of Mayegun, they cut across all religion. I believe that. I don't have any religion, and I have no regret about that. Okay? I respect all your religion. I respect your belief. I respect your faith. And when I speak about those criminals who are in cahoots with the ruiners of Nigeria, it is because I have my evidence. Okay? And you shouldn't by any means think we are singling out your pastor or singling out your religion if you don't have any mental problem yourself. Now, if you have mental problem, and somehow, right, Mayegun is talking about the people you think should not be spoken about, then you do not have any, shouldn't be here. I know it can be very difficult for some of you. I've told people many times, right? There was a time that because I always, if you check my platform, right, you will realize that the people that I get to batch all the time, expose and talk about all the time, they are those who are either members of APC, people destroying people, as well as those who are their friends, right? Pastors, royal fathers. I have brought Honey of Ife on this platform, okay? All because I have brought the Oba of Benin, the ones that the Benin people actually really revered. I won't touch all these people if they don't say anything or does anything that I know enables the destruction of that, destruction of the people of that contraption. So if I'm talking about APC, and you sit there, you are a supporter of PDP, and you are laughing, you are just being stupid, because tomorrow may be your turn. That's me, okay? I may be talking about your imam today, and you are laughing because your pastors are not being mentioned. Yeah, your pastors may be tomorrow. I won't just speak on any of them if they are not making comments, either in support of this maladministration and those who are ruining the ruiners of Nigeria. And that is why I said, if you love Mayegun, you have to love Mayegun unconditionally. You have to love me unconditionally. I do not demand for your love, okay? It has to be given. If I earn it, I do not demand for your respect, all right? If I don't deserve your respect, don't give it to me, all right? And I won't actually feel anyhow about it. So those who claim to respect me, they believe that I earned it, okay? And when I'm talking about these people, a lot of you who have been with Mayegun for so long knows this. I am not talking about your religion. I won't deliberately come here and begin to condemn your religion or condemn your faith or condemn your tribe or your ethnic or this or that, I always make it very clear the people we are talking about. But if you take offense, it simply means that you do not belong to this temple. You are just a sojourner, somebody who is hibernating here. So if you then probably decided to start abusing my templars, those who are attending this, this gathering every now and then, a lot of them just want to feel comfortable in a place where they can express themselves, how they feel about all these guys. And I am the person who makes it easier for them to do that. So the moment you begin to abuse my followers, or you begin to abuse people because of what they type in the comment section, you are actually, you are numbering your days here. So yes, I have directed that some of those who are abusing you last night because of Adeboye, including this my brother that called in, and it was like having this mental breakdown. I was like, oh my God, what is wrong with this guy? Well, because you had to like have your time, and that will be his last time on this platform as well. Okay. So everybody that abuses everybody because of Adeboye in the comment section last night, if you show face this evening, we will get rid of you. I promise you that. So yes, if it is a royal father, you call them, all these royal criminals or royal bandits, right? If I pick on anyone, it may be a member of it can even be your father. Who gives a damn? If your father is part of those who are contributing to this, to the ruin of that contraption as it is today, I will mention your father, your mother. I will mention that, and you have no right to even defend them here. You don't have that right. Okay? The purpose of this platform is to make everybody knows that these guys are not special. They are not different from you. Whatever title they give to themselves, whatever larger than life they make themselves look like, to us, they are absolute trash. They are nothing. Whether they are old or they are young, whether they are rich or poor, it doesn't matter. The moment they are fingered in our story of what is going on in that contraption, we will deal with it accordingly. And you will remain silent and quiet, even if it pain you, even if you feel like you want to defend them, you will remain quiet. The moment you come out and think you can possibly attack people for them, is the moment you expose yourself that you do not belong here. Okay? It is not a competition. It is not a popularity contest. So, again, to all of you who got abused in the comment section last night, right? On Mayegun's Diary Political, as a member of this temple, just like myself, you are free to express yourself against how you feel against these criminals, okay? Whether they are your pastors new, whether they are your imams new, whether they are your whatever they are, whoever they are. We have tried to make people see that you do not, by any means of association, okay, take offense when we are talking about these guys. Okay, I won't come here, like I said, and start shouting about your royal father, your pastor. No. They must have done something. And it is when they have that I will latch on them. Having said that, so I hope African Wahala Princess, you will do me that favor, okay? Once you cite all these guys that you saw last night, some of them that you missed, and the ones I have told you to help me get rid of. But if you can't, I'll do it myself, okay? I will be reading my comment, especially on YouTube, all right? So we'll deal with that. Again, 4 days ago, they bombarded us. They bombarded us with, it was actually meant to be a good news, okay? That finally, Dangote Petroleum, as you've come to know it now, would come to possibly relieve you. They were even lying to you. They said the reason why Dangote Refinery, Dangote oil is more expensive than imported petroleum was because Dangote bought his crude oil. He imported his crude oil. And because he imported his crude oil in dollars, so until he finished selling that one, he will begin to sell the ones that the NNPC will give to him from the 1st of October. Lies. I told you that it was a lie. But again, it's based on what I heard and what I have seen and what I know. And nobody, you would have to give me something stronger, a stronger evidence for you to change my mind on what I am aware of, okay? Yeah, I am always kind of willing to be wrong, okay? Like I'm very willing to be wrong. And when I am wrong, I can easily come here, right, and say, oh, you know what? I was wrong. Because this whole thing is not about always like being right. It is about what is right and what is wrong. You get what I mean? So it was all scam. Right now, more conspiracy theories are being developed on this issue of a Dangote oil. At first, when NNPCL suddenly changed their mind and said, you know what, we will begin to buy Dangote oil now, okay? And we will be supplying it to the marketers in Nigeria. Don't forget, the only entity importing fuel into Nigeria is the NNPCL, supposed NNPC Nigeria. They were the one that are actually importing oil or importing petroleum, diesel, and all those stuff into Nigeria. They may be lying to you that some marketers this, marketers that. That's a lie. It is when they import all this that they will begin to redistribute them to the supposed marketers. So who are they paying subsidy to? Who have been collecting subsidy? No one else but these criminals inside the NNPC. They have been those doctoring books, falsifying figures, falsifying landing cost, blah, 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 paying subsidy on them. They have been the one duping you. It's just that they just kind of like change the beneficiary among themselves. So when Dangote Refinery said they are like ready to supply their product, and their product is the best, it is kind of the best or better than what NNPC has been importing into Nigeria. And that is why they are trying to sabotage him. So he screamed. We helped him scream. We said, oh, that looked better than what you are buying in Nigeria. So why can't they just patronize him and save you the stress on your forex? Then boom, they changed it. They said Dangote Refinery's oil, a liter of petroleum from Dangote Refinery is 898 naira per liter. How much are you going to sell it to the marketers? And how much would the marketers sell this to the end users? You. So they worked it up and down. They said, well, for NNPCL, if you go to their depot in Kaduna, in Sokoto, in Kano, Jigawa, Adamawa, and all this part of all this northern Nigeria, you won't get it less than 1,055 naira per liter. That's for NNPCL. So what about the other independent marketers? How much are they going to sell? Well, they probably will have to add extras to their own. Maybe 1,100, maybe 1,200, on and on. Then what happened did they create this artificial scarcity in the first place for a period like this? What is good? So many questions that we didn't get answers to. We could project all the answers, but we wanted them to kind of give us answers, but they didn't. So Dangote came out and said the information that they were selling the liter of petroleum at 898 naira per liter to NNPCL was misleading. Or that tell us which one is the right one then. They didn't. So the whole hide and seek, cat and mouse, rat and cat race continued, as well as the fuel scarcity. People are still paying for wherever they manage to get the fuel. So we believe that the fuel scarcity is artificial, which means they intentionally hoarded the products. And who did that? NNPCL. So having done that, now that the Dangote Refinery and all these trucks they showed us, you remember all those trucks loading the, that was the first joke, by the way, okay? A major oil producer, Nigeria, is celebrating a refinery that is now, active or now working. But they were celebrating that with trucks, loading the content, loading the products, and they will be driving all around the country in trucks. Really? Okay, fine. Now, it's been 4 days, and nobody has been able to buy Dangote Petroleum anywhere in Nigeria. What happened to that? Is the NNPCL trying to sort of discharge all of the ordered petroleum products that they hid away, while the rest of you are queuing all over the country, paying through your noses? They intentionally did that. They hoarded it. Artificial scarcity. So now that Dangote is here, so that means oil should be everywhere. People don't even mind anymore. Even if you want to sell them for 1,500, just make it available. That's what they are saying. They said, make it available. They don't care anymore. Availability, that, seems to be a mirage now. 4 days. 4 days of them celebrating the Dangote Petroleum, and not even a single teaspoonful of Dangote Petroleum has been sold to any oil marketer, independent marketer in Nigeria. Dangote won't sell directly to them. I was actually wondering why. But we were wondering why. Then NNPCL said by their own arrangements, they are the ones to set the price for the petroleum. Okay, now you have the petroleum. Abi, how come it's not available again? Now we have a lot of conspiracy theories already developing. Some of these, conspiracy theories, they are now telling us that maybe those tankers that you saw that day loading the products out of Dangote Petroleum, Dangote Refinery, maybe they just drove straight to Benin Republic, or drove straight to Cameroon, Yaoundé, or they drove straight to the border of Togo and all those places, or Niger. Because if these trucks were traveling from Lagos even to Kano, they're not going to spend 4 days. Are they going to spend 4 days? Okay. If they are driving from Lekki Free Trade Zone, where Dangote Refinery is, how long do you think it's going to take them to get to Ojota or get to Lagos Island? Maybe to Ibadan or Akure? 4 days. Now they've raised the alarm. They have raised the alarm that nobody has Dangote Petroleum right now. Others are saying maybe they just kind of did all that media show, and they drove all those trucks into their tank farm, empty everything there. They will come dilute them with different coloring and water before they reload them, and then they will now discharge them across the country. So everywhere you are, you are being sold Dangote oil, it would have become adulterated, just like adulterated the product they have been bringing to Nigeria, the ones that have been causing you cancer, destroying your cars, your car engine, your bike engine, and your other engines across the country. So why are these people so evil? People are asking so many questions. But you know their way. Nobody will tell you anything. No one will say anything. They will leave you guessing. Dangote won't talk. NNPCL won't talk. But the rest of you, you can just continue to guess. Which kind of evil be this? How can people be so evil to their own people? Like, what the heck is going on? 4 days. Even if now they push all the trucks, they could don't reach at least 2-3 destinations by now. The petroleum product is scarce still. The queues are not reducing. And you have already been conditioned that that's how much you are going to pay for a liter of that petroleum. So when I heard that today, I was like, this evil depot. I mean, what do you call it? Or what do you call that? Other than evil. So if Dangote is not in on it, 20 billion naira investment, $20 billion investment, refinery. How could you let people mess you up this way? It was supposed to be your business. What kind of oil cabals you have in Nigeria? It says something. Dangote said the oil cabal, they are more dangerous and powerful than the drug cabals. A lot of people kind of feel like drug dealers, drug peddlers, all these Tifnumbu's business guys, the drug pushers. They must be more deadlier. They must be more dangerous. So when the supposed quota system billionaire, the richest black man in Africa, comes out and said the oil cabals, they are much, much, much dangerous than the drug cabal or oil cartel and drug cartel. Who was he actually referring to? Was he referring to the NNPCL and the people around them? The guy that is in charge of the NNPCL, Mele Kyari, he is a northerner. He is a Muslim. And when I was growing up, they told us that northerners don't argue with themselves. Northerners this, northerners that. What the hell is going on? If Dangote, the vice president of Dangote Group, that Indian guy, he said they have the capacity to produce at least 50 million liters of petroleum product every day. He didn't tell us how much of a diesel they produce or kerosene and other jet fuel they produce, it, right? So if you need the 54 million, I mean, there shouldn't be scarcity. People haven't even protested despite this price increase, this petroleum price increase. Abinobu now protested when it was increased to 147 naira. 12 years ago, when Goodluck Ebere Jolantan removed the subsidy from these products, remember? 12 years ago. Then it got returned back to 87 naira per liter. 87. And the whole kind of heaven nearly collapsed. But they increased your fuel pump price to over 1,000 naira. And suddenly, the rest of you are just like praying. And they make them available. They should just make it available. You see, we are tired of complaining. We are tired. You are so tired. They have mentally, they have brutalized you, assaulted you mentally. Enough that you are just tired, exhausted. You just want them to just kind of you know what? Just make it available. We don't mind anymore. Yet they still want to make it available. And there you are. You are even begging them. Are they doing this to us? These our leaders are very, very heartless. Oh, really? Oh, no, they are very heartless. We are asking them to at least make it available for us. I say, man, you are even begging. And they don't give a damn about you. They don't. This will not be juju. I don't think so. I think when when poverty is so weaponized, at some point it's like that fighting spirit in you is automatically killed, or it just died on its own. So when I saw the oil marketers now in that headline, and they said, yes, they saw the trucks loading the product from Dangote Refinery, but they haven't seen the trucks, talk less of the contents of it. And then NNPCL, they're keeping mute. And Dangote. So what is going on? I'll leave you to that. Another thing I heard today is that of, reduced inflation. Did you hear that? Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, NBS, they came out last night, and they said, hooray, Nigeria's inflation has dropped by almost 1%. Okay, what does that mean in Ijebu interpretation? Is that going to reduce the price of Gari? Would that reduce the price of rice? Can we begin to buy our medication now cheaper? Because if inflation has destroyed the currency so weak that we could barely even feed with that trashy paper called Naira, So if the inflation is reduced, shouldn't that reflect? Okay, maybe it is too early for the inflation reduction to reflect. Maybe we should give it 3-4 days. But at least things can still remain as they are now. Abi, if you no go down, it should still remain where it is. A bag of rice for 82,000 naira has suddenly jumped to over 100,000 naira. If inflation go down, even if the price of food is not going down right away, let's say maybe it could take another 1 week. I'm just saying, another 1 week. Why is it going up? Because they lied to you. The inflation in Nigeria is more than 33%. Even though officially they are telling you that the inflation in Nigeria is at 33.8%. And they say it has reduced to 32.9 or so percent, which means you have about 0.9% reduction. Abi? So if the inflation drops and the price of food jumps, what do you call that in economics? What do you call that in economics? You should be able to get that. It is called Tifnumbunomics or Tifnumbunomic. Because all of these are lies. People have already measured the inflation in Nigeria from the days of Tifnumbu, when he told you that subsidy was gone. And yes, they said that the normal inflation in Nigeria is over 63%. But Tifnumbu's illegitimate government claims that the inflation is about 33.8%. Me, Mayegun, I have done my own calculation, and there's nothing you can tell me. The inflation, somebody says propagandonomics, Abi. Oh, propagandonomics. You see, you can use propaganda to win, to rig yourself into power. Baba, you cannot use propaganda to run a country. Oh. You cannot use propaganda to run an economy. Oh. No way. You must be doing something before you add small propaganda to it. But if you are ruining the whole place, no amount of propaganda can make it right. Oh. Let me tell you my own measurements. Before these criminals came in, if I am wrong, I am not wrong. In fact, I'm not wrong. I don't want all of you will be say na book, na economics book na read. Nigeria's system, Nigeria economy, defies all logic, all economic indices that you have known, all economic formulas that you were taught in school. Nigeria economy defies all of them. So please keep that your economic idea to yourself. Please, 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 please. Let me tell you, the economy of Nigeria, when these guys came in, at first, they said Nigeria economy was one of the 3 fastest growing economies in the world. It was true. At the time, the Nigerian naira was not too strong, but it wasn't also trashy. The economy of Nigeria was rebased. It was valued at over nearly $600 billion. The Nigeria's GDP per capita was put at between $1,400 and $1,800 per person. And it makes sense. Well, you see, in the proper Ijebu economy. So I want to take you through that one now. And that one is where you should be. You will understand this better. Say if you are buying a packet of Omo, a sachet of Omo, for example, you're buying it for 20 naira. And that Omo is like 100 gram. 100 gram of Omo washing powder. 20 naira. And in 2015. Then today, that same 100 is, you don't even reach 100 gram anymore, but let me say 100 gram of Omo detergent, which was 20 naira, is now 200 naira. Omo yummy. 33% increase in here. 20 naira to 200 naira. 33% in here. If I say 20 naira to 40 naira, what is that? Koti double. Is that not 100% increase? Eh? Now, if I now say it is to 200 naira, how many percentage in here? 1,000% in it. Don't let anybody lie to you. 1,000% increase in here. It simply means the money you now use to buy one. Sorry, the money the money you will use to buy 100 gram of Omo detergent used to be the money you will use to buy 10 Omo detergent 9 years ago. Okay, let's use another thing. When these criminals came in 2015, a bag of rice, 50 kg, yes, 50 kg bag of rice was 7,500 naira. If you want to come buy some, they will say with them, you know, the ones who say them package well. They make you believe that this one are imported, Thailand, Malaysia, name, right? You go pay it 5. 50 kg bag. See how you're looking at me like, you can't be like, sir, they talk about the 1920. No, it's just 9 years ago. 9 years ago, a bag of 50 kg bag of rice. Highest, last, 8,500 naira. Today, it is between 96,000 naira and 120,000 naira. So you tell me, how many percentage increase be that by inflation? Food inflation. How many 7,000 or 8,500 are you going to see in 120,000? You are going to see about a 14. Yeah, 14. The money you will use to buy one bag of rice today. 9 years ago, you will buy 14 bag of rice, 50 kg bag of rice. 14. The one that you used to buy one now. And they tell you that the food inflation in Nigeria is just 42%, and you believe them. 42%. 42% in here. From 85 to 120,000. Let's use another one. In 2015, even though you had electricity then, and you have darkness now, you could easily probably top your electricity at home with 10,000 naira. And your entire flat, you have electricity for the whole, maybe for like a month. Today, 50,000 naira units, electricity, will barely last you for a week. So you need possibly like between 100,000 and 150,000 worth of electricity if you want to have electricity for a whole month. 43% in here. No. Do you know how many percentage increase that means? We'll use another one. Back in the day, in 2015, okay, if you did Alagomeji for Yaba, you could easily just take a bus to Ojota. From Ojota, go quickly see your girlfriend or your mama or your papa for Ibadan with just 250 naira. Today, if you want to go see your mama or your papa for Ibadan, the least you will need, the cheapest you will get to take you there is 6,000 naira. 6,000 naira, and that's the cheapest. Do you know how many 250 naira you are going to see in a 6,000 naira? This is what they have done to you. So when they come and speak grammar of, economy is improving, the economy is recovering. Now. That's what they are doing to you. So if they tell you the inflation is dropping, Kiniko is dropping, Baba, If your naira, okay, let me use another one. This one is for those of you where they get money. Okay. In 2015, let's say you have 1 million naira for accounts. This one, I think I'm going to need a pen because I'm just using rough estimates now. Okay. Let's say you have 1 million naira in your bank in 2015. Maybe everybody get 1 million naira. I know that one. Okay, no doubt. I'm talking to those of you who get time. Those of you who always think this did not affect you, or you are lying to yourself. You don't know what they have done to you, how much they have ruined and destroyed you. That you are now walking like elephants and feeding like ants. 1 million naira in 2015 would conveniently give you 4,000 pounds sterling. Because with 1,000 pounds, you will get 250,000 naira. With 4,000 pounds, with your 1 million naira, you will have 4,000 pounds. And fast forward to 2024. 1 million naira is now 1 million naira right now is just 200 pounds. Hang on. 252525. 420 pounds. Do you see the difference? Do you see the devaluation? Do you see the losses? My 4,000 pounds is still 4,000 pounds value today. But your 1 million naira, that was 4,000 pounds, is now 400 pounds. Do you see that? That is what they did to you. So when they take you up, and then they begin to celebrate some fake economic improvement, and you have no idea what they have done to you. Here is another one. In 2015, the minimum wage in Nigeria is 18,000 naira. Very small. But you know something? If you divide that 18,000 naira by 150 naira to a dollar, you are going to get, how much are you going to get again? No, I'll use pound sterling. 250 naira to a pound. So 100 pounds will give you 25,000 naira. So reduce that again, you get about 70 or 78 pounds. That will give you 18,000. Then today, minimum wage in Nigeria, which they haven't paid, is 70,000 naira. And a pound sterling is 2,100 and something naira. So if you divide that, you are going to get 10, 32 pounds. Are you with me? In 2015, your minimum wage at 18,000 naira was 78 pounds. In 2024, your minimum wage of 70,000 naira is 32 pounds. Are you still get it? No, you don't. You still don't get it yet. And this is why your economy is in shambles. Businesses dying. Even people. This is what they have done to you. The people that are building your economy and the rest of that. 18,000 naira of 2015 is more valuable than 70,000 naira of 2024. APC, Ekbekebe. So when they tell you inflation is down, Nigeria is recovering, and somehow you want people to celebrate. You have no idea what they have done to you. And the everyday they are still there is every day of sorrow, tears, and blood. As for themselves, oh my, they continue to take care of themselves. No, they can't miss out. Tinubu bought himself $150 million private jet or presidential jet. He got himself over 5 billion naira yacht. Luxury. He expended over 2 billion naira on latest cars. Escalade. And you are still here on Mayegun's Diary Politico, thinking I am the enemy. I am your enemy. I am the one who doesn't want Nigeria to be better. I am the one who is happy that Nigeria is not working. While you are praying for these criminals to live long, to finish you. Sheung, help me.
And don't let anybody tell you that there's something in Nigeria that the government of Nigeria cannot afford. That they need some private person to come and help them invest. Tell that person to shut up. Tell that person to shut up. I repeat, who donate to buy $150 million jet for President Tinubu? Who donates? Who did they ask for donation? That $150 million, do you know how many schools it will build and how long $150 million can run a primary school? A good primary school, 10 good primary schools will be run on that money for at least 20 years. 10 good primary schools will be built and run that will educate 10 generations of African people. When it comes to the enjoyment of themselves in our offices, building house of billions of naira, building residencies, all these specs, renovating this one for billion, they don't say they need public people to come and donate money. They don't ask for money from private people. Say, please, there's no money to buy jet. Can you donate for president to buy jets? It's only when there's time to build for the people. That's when there's never money. They need public-private partnership. Nonsense talk. Nonsense talk. And the president cannot tell us that this petroleum matter is not his. He is the president of Nigeria. Asiwaju is the minister of petrol. The minister of petrol. Say they take tough decisions. There's no tough decision taken here. President Tinubu took a wicked decision. This whole subsidy floating the dollar, there's nothing tough about it. To be tough means say you face your mates. Let me explain toughness. Because many of you too, that you always punch down, you think you are tough. That's not toughness. If a man is at home flogging his child and he's beating his wife, he's not tough. He's just wicked. Except that man is fighting on that man outside that is his neighbor. Every day they come outside, they fight in neighbor, we be man. Any neighbor where you see, whether he like the man do they fight all in mate, that's a tough guy. They say elites compete at the top. That's why I don't call any Nigerian elite. They are pseudo elites. They are local elites. That's why I always say that they don't have money. They don't, because they have no imagination. Real wealth is in imagination. Can Dangote truly call himself an elite? Is he competing with Bill Gates in any way? Elites compete at the top. That's where elites compete. Elite do not show off to poor man. The wealth of Nigerian billionaires is to show off to poor people. And that's not wealth. Their wealth is nonsense to their fellow rich people. It's change. Dangote's money is chicken change. $10 money is chicken change. All this, whoever, what will be their name? Elumelu's money is chicken change. All these people, their money is chicken change compared to where their mates are. People in the same industry as them abroad that have imagination. If Elon Musk wake up with Elumelu's money, what do you think Elon Musk is going to do to himself? What do you think Elon Musk is going to do with himself? He's going to commit suicide, bro. So they're not competing. Which business, on which level is Dangote and Bill Gates competing? You say Bill Gates. Bill Gates is his friend. Yes? But Bill Gates also is helper. Bill Gates is helping life. Bill Gates is his helper. Is it Bill Gates making? What is he making that Bill Gates? Which market? In which market is Bill Gates competing that Dangote is also competing? Which market? Which field? What business? What threat is Bill Gates, Dangote to Bill Gates? In what avenue are they both dragging anything? Elites compete at the top. Our own elite in Nigeria is their money is to show off to poor man. They don't compete at the top. That's why if the president, because I'm only saying it because the president, they continually talk, say, I took the tough decision. I take the tough, will somebody have to take the tough decision? No, sir. That's not a tough decision, no. That's you took a wicked decision. The tough decision would have been to face your fellow elites. That would have been the tough decision. The tough decision would have been, let's investigate the subsidy fraud. What caused the subsidy fraud? That is a tough decision. Tough decision will be like, say, who is manipulating the currency? Which people are going behind our back to CBN to take dollar that they should not take? Which people are buying dollar cheap and selling it high on the street back to Aboki? Which people are using the opportunity to take dollar from the central bank and recirculate it into our system in the black market? That would have been a tough decision. That would have mean that you are facing your class, your mates, them, and they are the real reason Nigeria is suffering. That's why even though you now remove the subsidy, even though you now float the naira, even though now wicked us will not do anything, even though you have heaped suffering on the working class and poor people of this country that had nothing to do with this problem, except their subservience, to their own enemies. Nothing has changed. And they say, give it time. If we like, we'll give it 10 years. Nothing will change with this your policy because it's a wicked policy. It has not addressed the issue. Addressing the issue, now you go me say, you did tough. That would have been tough. You'd have been a tough guy. If you have addressed, but you have not addressed the issue. None of the issues are.
Thank you, Sean. I know some of you don't like him because Sean is almost like somebody that can take on anyone. And typical Nigerians they just want you to focus on the people. It's like if I don't like somebody now, I also want you not to like the person. That's the typical Nigerian. So if a Nigerian likes this person, the attitude of my criminal is better than your criminal, my thief is better than your thief. Here you get. My own criminal is God-fearing. Your own, they fear God. Kind of. Where people believes that there are some certain people you don't leave this one, leave that one, go and talk about that one. Kind of, typical Nigerian. But if you take his message, he's just like a messenger Forget about every other thing you don't like about him. You know, when people say things you don't like, you should, I mean, they are not the problem. You are the problem. Yeah, I figured that out. We all have our sentiment. Oh, I have mine. You know me, I've told you before. I said, my own sentiment is that the people that are supposed to actually make things better, who are making it worse for you, I am more interested in them than those who have no capacity whatsoever to either make your life worse or better. For example, a lot of you don't like Peter Obi. You have no reason not to like him, but you still don't like him. There are some of you who actually hated Peter Obi than the way you feel towards these criminals in Nigeria. Your anger is that they are all the same. But there are people like us who believe that they are not. You know why? Right now, before now, it was Bokwari. Bokwari was your president, whose actions, policies, inactions can make your lives. You know what I mean? People who are supposed to kind of arrest criminals, but they are shielding them. But some of you want to just use one blanket and say, Obi too. No, Obi is not your problem. Similarly, there are those of you who actually hated Omoyele Sowore, but it is not your problem. Reason is this. If your Nigeria is going to take a turn, or turn the corner, the people making the decision for Nigeria right now, from your state governors, local government chairmen, National Assembly, your president and the rest of them, ministers, all of them, they are the ones who are making decisions now. They are the ones you are supposed to get mad at. You are supposed to be mad with right now. But if you are now getting mad with Obi or getting mad with Sowore because you have something about them, it is called misplaced priority. I mean, misplaced their priority. Here you get. So I have my own prejudices, and that is by hierarchy. The problem of Nigeria right now is APC, Ebekebe, and everything associated with it. The next to it is people destroying people because they have governors. They have this and that too. Their actions and inactions are the ones ruining your lives right now. So you face them. You don't begin to share the blame to those who can't really, they can't move a needle in the sack. So getting mad because of Peter Obi, whatever it is that's going on with your head or going on in your head, is called misplaced priority. You cannot say because Tinubu is destroying Nigeria, so Peter Obi must share part of it. He has no chance, he has no role, he has no power to either make your life better or worse. The only people who have that power making the policy, they are Tinubu and his gang. And they are responsible for the destruction of Nigeria. 100%. You don't share it. But some of you don't see it that way. To you. Now all of them be the same. No, they are not. People making decisions and policies that are destroying lives because they are the one in the saddle. They are the one you should hold in the jugular. So similarly, if Sheung says something you don't like, he is not responsible for what is going on in Nigeria. Even if he is supporting Tinubu or supporting this, no. He is not responsible. Because if your life is going to take a turn tomorrow, again, the criminals making the decisions are those you should hold responsible. 100%. If the table turns tomorrow, and Sowore becomes your president, for example, and your Naira is crashing, I'm not going to go back and start looking for Bokwari. I'm not going to be looking for Tinubu. No. We hold Sowore responsible. That's how it should be, because whatever Bokwari did, whatever Tinubu is doing, it is because they are those who have the power to do them now. But some of you don't see it that way. You love sharing the whole thing, hating the wrong people, Therefore, by the time you have you say you want to fight your oppressors, when I don't share the blame already, you have nothing to motivate you to go after your oppressors anymore. Because some people, you hate some people. This one, I don't like him. This one, he's part of them. No, it's not. It's not. You know? Why do you think nobody is talking about Bokwari anymore? Because with all Bokwari did, he should be in jail right now. Nobody should go jail him. Nobody Obi go jail him. Nobody Sheung go jail him. You don't have to agree with them. I'm just saying, you know, the only person who has the power to jail anybody who destroyed Nigeria, is no other person than Tifnumbu. But you know he won't do it. Fine. Then hold him responsible. Don't share it. Don't spread it. Don't divide it because of, Again, that is how you should see it. Maybe if we begin to see it that way, we can begin to indeed have a consensus. Sheung, please continue. Or finish what you are saying, rather.
True. None of the issues have been addressed. All you have done is taking wicked position because now no one spend too much. Now one they save more money, have to thief on ourselves. Finish. Subsidy was taking too much money and giving it to the oil boys. Government workers too need to money to thief now. Permanent secretary no go thief. Permanent secretary want thief now. Minister want thief now. All of them want thief their own. If they take all the money they give subsidy, then anybody want to do for oil business, no go they see. So let's find a way to reduce money we are giving them. Let the people pay more. Yeah, that's all that happened here. So now you have money for jet, you have money for yacht, you have money for party in Saint-Tropez, you have money to renovate building, you have money to be sharing for all your people. Finish. Finish. But every day I open the news, so the tough decision, the president had to take the tough decision. The president died. There was nothing tough about this decision. Nothing tough about it. That's why I heard they catch that NLC president. That's why the people, that time is over. You betray the people, ancestors will hammer you now. Bimni. You betray the people. The ancestors are back. I've told you people, I don't tell you Nataya for this life. Ancestors are back. I've told you people this. The ancestors are back. So if you do anyhow, you no go tell before you see anyhow. Our courts have been privatized. I say our courts, the judges have privatized the courts. The judges have privatized the courts. So government somebody will be wanted by the government. He has committed a crime. A public institution will now issue warrant that don't arrest him. Imagine if that court had not been privatized by the judge. What part of law is that? To pass judgment that somebody should not be arrested. Then now another court can say, okay, this person must be arrested. Till now, even the police cannot arrest the person. The governor of the state that the AFCC is saying was robbed. The people of that state are the ones the governor they represent. Now that governor, which is supposed to represent the people of the state where they thief that kind of money from, is using the office of that state to protect the governor from being the former governor from being arrested. Do you understand the depth of the privatization of these institutions? That people can go into these places and remove billions and nobody will say anything for the years because then they thief 80 billion at once. It is not once they steal that kind of money. EFCC did not know. They cannot tell us that they just found out that after I left office. The right attitude of our security operatives, our security agency, is to be making noise every day. So that by the time the person is even leaving office, the wala and the noise will be so much, everybody will know say, as they sign, they go jail. But no, they don't say anything. Everything will be quiet. They can't just start to the acting one day. Hey, we investigate for overnight. Okay, now that the judge have lifted this thing, where is the arrest? Where is the manhunt? Do you see them looking for him all over the place? Is he on the news constantly that he's wanted? The privatization of our public institutions is mad. It's a mad thing. And why am I doing this live today? Because I realized, talking to a lot of people, I should say my people, instead of losing faith in these people, they lose faith in the institutions. And that is what these people actually want. That's their goal. All these our oppressors, what they want, their goal, their ambition, they say make we lose interest in these our institutions. So we must not let them win. We must not let them win.
Thank you, Shion. And Princess, you are right. You see, in the case of those who are destroying the contraption, right? Of course, we have enablers. You know, enablers that sort of give excuses for them, enablers that try to gaslight others or blame others. Some of us have platforms. My platform is a very small. My platform is a very small platform. Okay, there are those who have a bigger and bigger, massive platforms that they could have actually lent their voices into helping or amplifying the voices of smaller people like us, so that more and more people will actually have confidence to stand up. It doesn't matter that yours may not be to take on the mighty ones up there. It may just be the smaller creeps, yeah, around you who are also participating in this destruction, right? Somebody said, anybody that is not talking about the breakup of Nigeria is part of the problem. That is wrong. You can't say that. Because listen, talking about the breakup of Nigeria, a lot of people talk about that. But actually, right, there are those who have actually used that just to get the attention of the ruiners of Nigeria. And the moment they get their attention, they will drop it. And they will join the looting gang. I've seen it. I've seen that many times. Because a lot of people like us are so tired that we have been swindled many times by chancers who couldn't break into the establishment to collect their own share. But they joined us to propagate, let us break up this thing, let us, yeah. And because that's what we want, we embrace them. And the moment you embrace them, they get closer to your oppressors. Collected their own rubber and started preaching against the breakup. They started giving you reasons why Nigeria cannot just break up like that. I've seen it happen many times. That is why you can't say anyone not talking about it has to be beyond talking. It requires showing that you actually want that contraption to break. And that's why we need to keep educating ourselves why it has to break. Yeah, it's important. And that's why we also must continue to give reasons why you should not join those who are building hope. Because whether you like it or not, there are many of us, even on this platform. They support the breakup of Nigeria. They also support that Obi should be president. So it's like casting their net. If Obi become president, they don't need to break up Nigeria. If Showore become president, they don't need to break up Nigeria. But if these two don't become president, I support the breakup of Nigeria. That is not right. That is not what you call a commitment. So we need more people to understand why. That, you see, it is not just the breakup of Nigeria. it is also the breakup of the mentality that Nigeria has instilled in many, many of us. You see, if I can't have it, let's match it. Oh, if I can have it, let's wait. Remember those who are shouting Yoruba Nation with us. Today they call us Omo Ali because of Tiknumbu, a Yoruba man who is now the president of Nigeria, who is destroying Nigeria even more now. We are called Omo Ali. They are actually now calling us not just Omo Ali. They are saying we are enemies of Nigeria. People where they shout Yoruba Nation together. They are now saying, now people enemy of Nigeria, enemy of Yorubas. They want to break up Nigeria. Why is it that when a Yoruba man is president, they want to break up Nigeria now? Yoruba Ronu. Yoruba Ronu. I have seen it. I'm talking from experience. Yeah. People that used to be on my phone 24/7. We have all the reasons in the world why we need to break away from this contraption. Today, they are saying, not now, not now. We will do it later. Now they are now preaching tribal this, tribal that. They say they want to break up Nigeria. And why is it on the head of a Yoruba man? Yeah, let us think. Oh, let us think. Why is it that Yoruba, now that a Yoruba man is a president, that's now they want to say we should not do that too. But if Igbo man become your president tomorrow, we see these characters shouting Yoruba Nation again. If a Hausa man become president of Nigeria tomorrow, they will begin to scream. Yoruba we need to, nye, 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 nye. So that is why it is not just about people talking about the breakup of Nigeria. Or those who are not talking about it, that you say they are part of the problem. No. The genuinity of the breakup of Nigeria also should include that mentality that Nigeria has instilled in you. An Igbo man, we 100% support the breakup of Nigeria right now. But we can't test their faith yet. Nigeria is a place whereby they've told us repeatedly, Igbo man will never be president of Nigeria. They are saying it. And there are many Igbos who have accepted that too. There is no amount of what we do. They will never let Igbo man. So what are we doing? Why are we part of Nigeria then? Why Biafra will continue to be so appealing to an average Easterner is because others are telling them that even though they are in Nigeria, part of Nigeria, but they will never. They said the Igbos should start building bridges. People that destroyed Nigeria, Hausa Fulani, Yoruba, the Westerners, the Northerners, the Middle Belters, who have tasted the power and destroyed Nigeria. They are asking the Igbos, who have never been in charge of Nigeria per se, to go build bridges if they want to lead Nigeria. So, to an Igbo person, why are we part of this whole nonsense, this whole contraption? It is sellable. Now we will know if they make an Igbo man president of Nigeria one day, if you last that long, we can possibly now check. They say don't test their, may your loyalty never be tested. May your loyalty never be tested. Anything that will make them test your loyalty. Because when that time comes, they will probably, imagine if Obi is your president right now. And Nigeria is what it is right now. And as usual, the Yorubas are screaming, Yoruba Nation, we need to break up, we need to break up. An average Igbo man will be like, why do you want to break up now? Then an Igbo man destroy Nigeria. That is how much confusion that contraption has possibly foisted on the rest of us. So we need to explain to every one of us that why we need to break up from this contraption. And genuinely, we probably first need to break our connected mentality that linked us to this contraption subconsciously. Me, I have detached myself from that contraption, like mentally. So if tomorrow they say, oh yeah, let's do it, I will vote yes. But you will see so many others that will be like, you don't have to believe me. I'm just saying that you should think it. So the contraption itself, where the institutions and all of them, rather than build institutions, Nigeria has been building, powerful. Instead of building powerful institutions, you are building powerful individuals, selfish individuals, making decisions that are so selfish, never national, nothing national. So yes, we have enablers. The people that are indeed, like I said, who can tell you, who can blow hot today, blow cold tomorrow. And many of them chancers, waiting for their own turn. And when their turn comes, you can't tell them to remove their hand from the food. They will say, wait now. Wait now. Why is it now? Let us look at it this way. They will begin to speak grammar. So yeah, when it comes to those responsible, just take a look at those who are right there making the decision. The people that floated your naira, they valued it. Those who have mortgaged your future and they've cashed out. This, you will see them from all across the entire space, from the north there to the south. So yeah, if we have to break up as we want Nigeria to break up completely, it has to start from here. Detaching that your mental connection to that contraption, so that when we finally say let's do it, you won't have any excuse to want to say let's chop small. Why is it that it's our time now that you want to do it? And all that. So if nobody make any decision that he say tough decisions, he made criminal decisions, shielding criminals, because they are all the same. Criminals who are benefiting from the contraption as we speak. So yeah, you may have enablers. They are praised singers. But what about you? Anyway, let's leave that part for now. So going forward, Angono, where is that? We're going to stop by at the Labour Party stop again. Their INEC said Abure is no longer their chairman. Okay, we were talking, I was saying something earlier about people responsible for what is going on in the contraption, and those who believes that they could turn the tide. People like those of you, the obedient, because you see the obedient that believes that a new Nigeria is possible. And they do believe that it is possible through elections, without electoral reform. And there will be no electoral reform as long as these criminals who have captured Nigeria. Because electoral reform means that things will have to be done rightly. And doing things rightly means that you're asking them to sack themselves. Who does that? Akin Oshintokun, the man who was Peter Obi's campaign director during the last charade, appeared on one of the programs on Arise News or so. And he was kind of telling everyone that, listen, Nigeria is a business center, of course. And if you go outside there, the PDAPC, all other political parties in Nigeria are considered as a SPV, special purpose vehicles. Special purpose vehicles means it's a stopgap for those internally displaced politicians, refugee politicians, who couldn't really make it in PDAPC. They could go to Labour. They could go to ABGA. They could go to any other party to try to achieve their aim of joining the Lutocrats. Oh, Shehu said something about your elite in Nigeria. Remember, I've said that before here that Nigeria elites are the stinkiest, dirtiest, and most backward elites in the world. They have a country that was supposed to be so rich in mineral and human resources. But yet, your elites are more interested in what they can actually take from the system, not what they can give back. They collude with the criminal politicians to destroy Nigeria. Elites in Nigeria who are from a country that has no electricity in 2024. They are from a country that cannot even protect our own citizens, no security. Elites in Nigeria are flying private jets. They are like flexing this, flexing that, even on social media, how much money they have. But they are from the poverty capital of the world, Nigeria, because they are more interested in kickbacks, round tripping, stealing from the central bank, patting the back of, illiterates, criminals who have taken political offices. As long as they will get their share, and they can go on and buy themselves private jets, latest automobiles, travel the world, look like they are rich, but they are from the shit hole. Yes, those are your elites. They do not create anything. They do not invent anything. They are more or less like living off the states. Those are your elites in Nigeria. And I do not really have any respect for them, unfortunately. Okay. So when you have special purpose vehicles, they are those who are doing money laundering for the politicians. They are the ones who open different banks, or they establish different banks, declaring profit, more profit than manufacturing sectors in the country. Banks just declare profit of 1 trillion, 2 trillion naira profit. But they are not giving any loan to anybody. Banks are supposed to be declaring profit from the money they make from manufacturers that they've given money to. Manufacturers are supposed to be declaring profit because they've taken soft loans from the banks that have created jobs and the economy is buoyant. That's not Nigeria. They are a bunch of contractors. They kind of struggle to get oil blocks from politicians. Not because they want to develop all those oil blocks, to begin to not just extract the crude oil and also to refine the crude oil in their own country. No, they're not interested. They take all of this so that they can sell them to the foreigners called expatriates. That will just give them peanuts. They are comfortable with that. And they can live their baby boy lives. Special purpose vehicles is a common word in Nigerian political space. Apart from political side, right? Special purpose vehicles are what your elite uses to swindle you, do kickbacks, money laundering, and on and on and on. But there is also special purpose vehicles for political parties, where the internally displaced politicians can easily just go join another party, achieve their aim, a meal ticket, and then go back to the PDAPC, and then go and what? To go and mingle with the big boys, to go and do bam bam, to go and bam bam, do dorime, while the rest of the country languishes, suffers, and dies. So Akin Osuntokun said, when they used all their might to kick Peter Obi out of PDP because it won't bribe delegates or buy them, like with a wicked that stole over 1 trillion naira, 1.1 trillion naira River State money, was what with a wicked stole in order to pursue his presidential ambition. They swindled him, and he ran mad afterward. Until today, he is still a madman. With a wicked, he is now friends with the people that he once possibly condemned. So somebody like Were Wike could possibly have tried to go and join APGA or Labour, but he had so much money to chase Obi away. Then Obi took on Labour Party. Obedient went there. The tsunami was massive. When I believe, say you feel do your new Nigeria is possible among criminals who are always waiting for the highest bidder, not to win elections, but chop by chop, Nigeria Limited. When I enter there, you change them, turn the lies to truth, and now they are fighting back. Aki Oshuntokun.
You see, the person who transformed it from just being an HPV to a party, in the real sense of it, was Peter Obi. That is the honest truth.
Is this a party now?
Yeah.
With all that's going on? Okay.
Now, if you want to look at a party, and well, in the days, I don't know whether it still obtains now. The president, if a party produces the president, he is automatically the leader of the party, right? So with regards to Labour Party, we want to apply the same logic. The presidential candidate is the leader of the party. The only governor, the highest official elected on the platform of Labour Party is Governor Oti. Those people, have better legitimacy claim to own to have vested interest in a party. So it is not a question of faction or no faction. These people, it will have been irresponsible of them for them to see things deteriorate, go on all sorts of crises and keep quiet. At one time or the other, their intervention is needed. So, if Abure is still interested in being a member of the party, right, and wants to contest for the chairmanship of the party, now he has to go through the process through which he has been appointed as the Labour Party chairman, quote and unquote, is flawed. And as I said, the approving authority whose signs off, whose consent is needed to say whether you are the chairman or whether you are a party or not is INEC. And INEC has said that they don't recognize him. So essentially what you are left with is what should be the party itself. Beginning from where Obi is. Look, Apamba, Arabambi and Apampa were the Labour Party for about 1 year. They were calling themselves the Labour Party. Beyond the two of them, when they were claiming to be the chairman and publicity secretary of the party, there was no other member.
Because that's how it was. Okay? Normally, you see PDAPC. They will conduct congresses to elect their party officials because they are the ones that are all eyes on them. Other smaller political parties in Nigeria, they just nominate people because nobody won't even go there. They are only useful whenever there is an election. When people who have lost out in PDAPC can go there and give them money. And they don't have to do primaries or anything. They just do abracadabra, and they will just say you are the candidates. So when Obedience decided, when Obi led the Obedience to Labour Party, so they decided that they will start doing things normally. From the obscurity of nobody knows them per se, to garnering over 6 million votes as allocated to them by Mr. Yakubu. So the likes of Obi, Oti, and the rest elected on the platform. They didn't opt to go and join a PDAPC as normally as it used to be. So they want to make it a party. Therefore, they want things done now properly. Okay? Which is, everybody wants to be the official of the political party. They must actually contest for it. They must be voted for, like every other normal party. But this is alien to the guys in the Labour Party. To them, they automatically feels like, these guys are coming to hijack our party, Nisha. Let us do it the way we normally do our thing. They say, oh, listen, INEC said they don't recognize that. And your tenure has expired. So let's do it right. you can still contest and then say, contest for that position. No, if we contest now, another person if you win. If another person win now, next election, how are we going to chop? No, we go do it our way. That was the dilemma of Labour Party. So Peter Obi and his followers, Alex Soti and the rest of them, they tend to want to have a party that can stand shoulder to shoulder with the PDAPC, like a normal political party. Abure, Judas Abure, and others like Arabambi Diot, Lami Diot Apampas, and others, they kind of feel threatened, like, in the last 20 years, we have been doing our thing this way. Now come, Unfortunately, they have turned their seriousness to seriousness now. Even though some people are thinking that Peter Obi should go back to PDP and work with Atiku, but he doesn't want to. They want a party that is stable and they can build it, possibly to challenge the PDAPC, And Abure is everywhere right now. I mean, I never thought Abure and Arabambi Diot, Lami Diot Apampas, I never thought they would actually come together within a year. I mean, maybe last year, for a year, we did see the beating of all these guys. Anyway, today, as their first step, they actually swear they sworn in the supposed caretaker team that will conduct a congress that will usher in the new executives, national executives of the party, so that they can be a proper political party. Then Adi Usman is their now acting chairman. Here is the swearing ceremony. Then we're going to go to Edo, where Obi come they talk like, blessing of the talk tough now. You rig this election, will rig you, really? Take a look.
Appointment and assume the responsibility as member, National Caretaker Committee of the Labour Party. I do solemnly and sincerely swear before the members of the Labour Party that I will observe, uphold, and defend the Constitution of the Labour Party and that of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and solemnly and sincerely promise that I will always promote all that I in the party and the Republic and oppose all that may harm them.
I do solemnly swear that I will uphold and upheld and all that, just the swearing in ceremony. Something that these guys are not really used to. They will just do RNG. Unfortunately, INEC disappointed them. Judas Abure, Lami Diot Apampas, Arabambi Diot, and their co-travelers. Anyway, in Edo State, today they had their mega rally because in 2 days' time, the Edo people will begin to get ready to choose either PDP, APC, or Labour Party as the next government of their states. So many talks and all that. But today, their mega rally, or Edo State received a lot of these Labour Party stalwarts, led by Peter Obi himself. I'll show you some.
That's Okutundigo. Okutundigo, Mr. Peter Gregory will be just arrived at the airport. Yeah, that's P2B. Thank you. That's Peter. GRV. That's GRV, right? GRV.
We came with him before.
We dropped him here.
That's
landed.
before. But let's see. Because I don't try to talk to DSS that since he's going with me, but this one everybody goes together now. But very soon people enter DSS, they have agreed. But the thing said that Obi can share on. Because when they want to move, they move.
Our products, as you can see, they draw some crack and they left it at our state. They are so clean. We feel our state has been littered by some very, very nasty pieces of paper. I am inviting our leaders to use the bottom of their shoes as the proof that has not stopped anything in Nigeria. And let them put all this cat out of our state. Push it, push it, push it, push it, come on. What do you want for?
Actually entertain or start my visitors. Even though they have actually become to Labour Party, we cannot afford to have the pieces of APC card on our state. Our state is too different, it's too clean, to entertain, to love, to house, the pieces of
thank you so much. Distinguished Senator, you still practice about America. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Thank you, African Peace, for coming on the stage. To you, that's it. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. All right, over to you. All right, to you.
That the pieces of APC card have been taken away.
All right, we want to quickly walk the train.
Then it's the turn of their leader, Peter Obi. I actually decided to share this because of the way he spoke. And it seems more like the guy is coming out of his own shell. It is just me. Somebody said last, now go to court, go end down. Now they jump on. At least I'll keep you up to date as then they happen. Whether it is the PDAPC, whether they be the Labour ones and all of that. But here was what Peter Obi told the Adulterated today. Somebody said he did more than that during the last one. Last, no be people where they vote matter. Now people where they count them. In 2023 charade, Peter Obi won those states. Labour Party won there. They recorded over 300,000 votes for Peter Obi. Like a far number that if you added the PDP and APC votes there together, they don't even reach half of what Obi got in those states. Others are saying no, Obi is not the same as Akpata. Okay? Don't ever compare them. There are many factors at play. Whatever. But here was Obi in Benin, where they added their mega rally today.
We want this election to be free and fair. We are not looking for anybody's vote. Time of rigging is coming to an end in this country. Time of rigging is coming us to do that way. That's what the Labour Party wants to change. And that changes with what we are preaching. Oluwakata is not just our guy, he's our governor. Oluwakata is our governor. Because he took the phone. He has to the phone. That's what we are doing. As we are changing everything. Look at Canada. Look at our deputy governor. Look at how they are. Deputy governor, former NPA chairman, former NPA president, who are there to listen. The chief, they know what law and order is. They will fight insecurity. They will fight criminality. They will stop stealing. And they will use the resources of the state to develop the state. A God is an advanced state. Now they bring people when they even talk. We don't want that. Who is your God? Who is your God? So I'm going to bring your God and make it up for you. I think that will bring the business and make it tell us. Wait. It never happened before. It never happened before. And you might not know, when we were contesting last year, I keep telling you people that Tati and I would have been the first people since Nigerian independence 63 years ago to be president and vice president. Everybody wanted to rule us now before independence. This is the first time there's a national chairman of a big party that is born after independence. So you see, it's time to retire this. You're taking enough from them. Nigeria cannot be 53 years and they refuse to go away. Since they refuse to go away, we will take them away. That's the same thing we are saying about Edo. We don't want excuses again. We are tired of excuses. They tell us electricity they will bring. This one, look at how Nigeria is today. You buy bread, no problem. You buy rice, no problem. Beans, no day. Okra, everything where you want, none of them they do. Friend, no day. Kerosene, no day. Nothing. If you want to travel from here to worry today, you don't get to worry.
Anyway, I mean, I've seen that some of you are like, you just say, Yakubu not joke to you. Once Yakubu sneezes now, everything just ends in 1 minute. But we shall see. Mayegun's diary, political as a diary, a political diary, will continue to keep record of all these happenings. And we can have something to refer back to in no distant future. Remember that. Away from Edo, we can then quickly stop over in Ibadan, where you have, what's the name of that? Is it called Ladoke Akintola? Is it called Ladoke Akintola International Airport? I can't even remember. Suppose that the Ibadan Airport has been upgraded. Sheyi Makinde, which I sort of call the Solo Makinde, one of the G-string governor, these two Gs of Werewike. Just this afternoon, Bala Muhammad, the Bauchi governor, issued a statement that the Damagun, the supposed acting chairman of people destroying people, will be stepping down. And there will be some adjustments so that most of those who are working for Werewike within the PDP National Working Committee will be retired or removed, pave way for Fubara to take over the party structure in Rivers State. away from Werewike. Also, deal with Werewike once and for all. Well, according to Solomon Kinde of Ibadan, Agodi Hitler, they call him. Ibadan people don't like that because they believe that she is wonderful. I know. This is politics now, okay? I am not here to kind of look into him. He spent 41 billion naira upgrading Ibadan airport. You will think they are doing that because it's for development. No, it's not. Solomon Kinde needs an airport like others like him. They can't use your roads anymore. They need the airport that they can fly into and out, even whether they are in office or out of office. So they need the airport, not for any developmental nonsense they are telling you. Majority of you, 90% of you living in Ibadan or your states, you will never possibly use the airport. But for your political class, 41 billion naira expended. Oh, it didn't miss a chance of sending a message to Bala Muhammad that you are joking. You are what? You are joking. We heard that you said you are going to reshuffle the PDP National Working Committee so that Werewike could be dealt with. You are joking. To us, the Mangum is not going anywhere. That's what I said. Between you and I, or between you and us, the fight just started. It's just begun. It never even reached me to talk less of it coming to an end. With the weakest influence is beyond those he gave money to. The likes of Solomon Kinde and co, including Ajogba Botu, Ajogba Fida, Ajogba Trophy, or Ajo the governor of Osun. Adeleke, who also was present. Solomon Kinde said with Solomon Kinde and Ajogba Trophy, they stand solidly behind the Damagum. Damagum, which also is to G of Werewike, the guys who have found it difficult, impossible, nearly impossible, to punish Werewike for anti-party activities. It's going nowhere. Solomon Kinde.
I'm glad also that our acting national chairman and members of his national working committee are here. I was reading yesterday that there was another meeting in Bauchi by some NWC members. Let me say clearly, I've been discussing with my brother on our way here. We are 100% support of Mark Damagun-led NWC. Whatever decision you take, we will support you to reposition our party. And let me also say this, I don't think this is the right time, even if we have issues within ourselves. We have an important election on Saturday. So we should all just rally around and deliver our candidate. We took an important decision yesterday at the Executive Council meeting.
It is just a coded message to Bala Muhammad. Stay away. You touch Werewike, we touch you. I know. Werewike has been in anti-party, but he believes he's done nothing wrong. He put together the G-string governors, 5 of them. He is the leader. Solomon Kinde is the secretary. Ade Jackson, Governor Ajogba Trophy, is just a later day added on, right? So, fight. Láàrin yín ìjà yín ò ní parí, because I really want to see how far this goes. Indeed. We will leave them and go somewhere else. I won't try and stop by in Anambra. Drink some water. Pipe-borne water. Absolute dumb. One of them. I heard that it's done well, when it comes to water, this water, that. I've seen some of the images. But now this one I won't drink from. Solo dumb. pipe bomb water been a bowl. So that's how we saw it in Anambra, where Soludumb is their governor. But that may look ridiculous to you. As they are ridiculing you in the contraption, it seems it's almost like a global. The last time we saw the properties of Nigeria being confiscated for this unpaid court sort of a judgment, they took 2 abandoned properties of Nigeria in Liverpool. They should probably take this embassy too. Somebody walked straight to Nigerian embassy in America, somewhere there. Probably is abandoned, I don't know. And he had to make a video. Alaye, you go to, maybe you are at the wrong address. This can't be an embassy of a country, is it?
This is the Nigerian embassy in America. Just look at the itinerary of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is Nigerian embassy. Everything is I'm very sure the gate is not even closed. The gate is wide open. Anybody can come in, no security, nothing, no police. The flag self don't tire. Look at the flag. So tired and weak. Eh? Just look at the Nigerian embassy in America. Let me take you guys to a little walk. Let's take a little walk to the to other embassies that are around the Nigerian embassy. Let's take a little walk. This is crazy, bro. I can't believe it. This is Malaysian embassy, right? This is the embassy of Malaysia. Just look at how it is. Just look at how organized.
About Nigeria, baby. If you definitely don't abandon them, I bet call those Chinese company, Jare. That one that is looking for Nigeria properties abroad. They go take that one. Oh, tell us how much it could cost. Come out from the debt, and we're gonna know how much is the balance. You get? It's not just that. Oh, iluti propoye. Everything ti propoye. I'll take a break or call it a night. So the next one is that we would have to possibly take a break and take calls. If you have 1 or 2 things you want to add to this chat, this may be your chance. But before we do that, some said that if you go to Sokoto, like they said that what you are going to look for in Sokoto is right there in your Sokoto. I don't think it's similar. In Sokoto, their governor used 2 billion to repair. Please remind me, please. 2 billion to repair 25 boreholes. Now, somebody said that as a crime, and the chief of staff to the governor of Sokoto State took offense. You know, some be but it be like saying they cost the person where they dare them. How dare you talk, say, we have not brought any development. I have not brought any developmental project to my show. Yeah, we are going to arrest, even though I have not brought any development. Okay, yeah, but how dare you say that? Chief of staff to the governor of Sokoto State, ladies and gentlemen. Tell us what he's saying. They told me, but you should tell us.
Ragon da an ka zana mai suna ne sai ubane shi. Ba ƴan ƙananan kana muka san su yi magana ba. Manyan muka san su yi magana. Ƴan kuma sun ci ƙasa su yi to su yi magana. Saboda haka ina tabbatar mutanen kebe cewa kada ku yadda ta yi azzalumai. Waɗanda a cikin wannan tafiya, to ku taya su addu'a su dawo.
You get? About took offense that even if I don't bring any development, how dare you say that? We'll deal with you. Don't borrow Bashege like that. You don't talk to me like that. And others are there. Arrest him. Deal with him. Yes, sir. Deal with him. They say if you go to Sokoto, it is like the CSI, of corrupt, successive corrupt regime. They have brought nothing to their people but poverty, while the money is just there to be shared. It's unfortunate, isn't it? Another one that came from Niger, Bago, who followed the Tifnumbu to China. Guess what the guy learned from China? How to construct shopping mall. And he's so proud. He took pictures. We are going to start building shopping malls in Niger. Something we learned from China.
See how it's going to work. Deputy Kagani, do you have it on the system here?
Yes.
Open it, let me see. Yes. So there's a small village in China that have this kind of airport exactly. Wow. So we just sell, this is what we do. We don't need more, anything bigger than this. And it's in phases, you can always expand and be going and be going. You know, for what we are having.
How many square meter? 14,000. Almost 18.
That's 7,000 down, 7,000 up.
I still travel, go China, go enter one village, see shopping mall, say, we're supposed to build something like this for Niger when we return. Take picture. Yeah, take picture. We have to take development back to Nigeria. From China. Ilush. Well, now take a break. And the rest of us who are going to be here with us, the line is going to be opened. So when I come back, if it works, we'll take calls. If it doesn't, maybe we'll call it a night, but let's take a break. And if you really have to go, yeah, just like the broadcast before you do that, okay? Share it if you haven't done that already. And when I come back, we shall have our chats. Thank you.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
Forget about it. Yeah, Africa Wahala, brother. Thank you. The thing is this, right? I don't know, maybe because they stitch my stomach. So I feel good, but the thing is I can't stretch. You know that what we say, if you just feel like you want to stretch, Me, if I want to stretch now, something's going to pull me back like, yeah. So I have to do it slow. Like that. So it's just 2 weeks, okay? So I'm thinking that I should take an extra, maybe another 1 week before I hit the gym. So I went on today to go and get my catfish, goat meat, and every other things I'm going to mix so that I can make, I can make large portion of soup, okay? So I can be eating and eating and eating and eating and eating. So if I eat so well in the next 1 week, right, then I kind of will have something to want to shed. So maybe I'll be a little bit more better than now. They told me to wait for 6 weeks before I go back to the gym. But I think I don't have to do anything strenuous going back to the gym, I can start with little things, half an hour, half an hour, an hour and a half, 2 hours, just like that, without having to do a lot. Here you get now. So yeah, Baba, I'm getting there. So, and I think I'm also like adding on a little bit weight again. Like I'm not 100% boning anymore. I can feel that, like I'm filling up. But I've not really ate my food. And if I don't eat my food, I don't eat my semo twice a day, like normal, I don't feel like I'm all right. So I prefer, the moment I begin to eat my semo like that, then that's when I feel like I'm 100% ready. But yeah, Baba, you notice well, I'm getting there. I'll give myself another week, okay? So I have the first caller this evening. And that would be Dan. Daniel, how are you? Can you hear me? No, you can't. For some reason. Let's see. You see, that's a problem. If the phone connection is acting up, there's little I can do. So keep trying. To everybody trying to get through, okay? Please keep trying. And yes, the number to dial is right there in that scrolling one there. There's something we need to change from that one, though, because Yoruba Union Summit is no longer on. We've had that successfully. And now we have other things that we are looking forward to. The registration of a Yoruba Union, as we have done in Nigeria, so shall we do in the UK, in the US, in Canada, and some major, major countries in Europe. And we are currently working as well on our membership drive. Somebody asked me this afternoon. I know sometimes they just ask this, not because they are interested. Sometimes they just want me to stop talking about the rogues in Nigeria. So that person asked me, what is the update on the Yoruba nation? I am not somebody who said I'm not one of those who promised you that they will declare Yoruba nation. I'm not fighting for declaration of Yoruba nation. I'm actually in the process of getting as many Yorubas as possible all over the world to come together and give them the reasons why we should pull our resources together and in one unity or unison, and give ourselves and our people the reasons why we must leave Nigeria. Yorubas will decide when they want to break away from Nigeria, not Mayegun, not me, not the Yoruba Union. Yoruba Union will be the vehicle that will make you understand why you should be advocating for a self-determination. I am not going to be your fighter. I'm not your hero. I'm not your anything. Okay? So if you ask me what is the update on Yoruba nation, I will ask you, if you're a Yoruba person, are you interested in Yoruba sovereignty? How ready are you? Now, I know when the Yorubas are ready, they will break away from Nigeria. I'm nobody's hero. And I didn't promise you to give you Yoruba nation. But if you are ready, or the reason why you should indeed support the Yoruba sovereignty and a break away from this contraption, I could be very useful in that regard. Yoruba Union can be very, very useful in that regard. And when the Yorubas are ready, all of us will know. For now, I don't think we are. And we just need to work hard to give ourselves the reasons why we must. And we have to do it very fast, very, very quickly. There is no time. on our hand. There's no time on our side. The whole world is turning on its own. Our people are being endangered every now and then. We need to make them want to leave Nigeria. And that's what the Yoruba Union is all about. Until they are ready, we will continue the mobilization, the education, the enlightenment. Trust me, we are doing well in that regard. Let's hope this is my first caller is still there. Hello there.
My good general.
Yes, sir. Louis.
This is my first time calling on your show.
God bless you. And this is the first time I'm speaking to you as well. And see, no matter how you feel, Baba, the feeling is mutual. Thank you so much for calling in, by the way.
Yes, my in fact, I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
I've been watching you since let me say going to 2 years now.
Right. And finally we are now talking, right?
Yes, though I'm calling from US.
Fantastic, Baba.
This is Mr. Chimezia, no problem.
God bless
I
you.
can see you.
Yes,
yeah, in fact, you're doing a great thing for all Nigerians who believe the ones who doesn't believe in Nigeria. Yes.
Thank you so much, Baba. And everybody can hear you as well. So, what do you have for me? I'm not a policeman, when they ask you what you get for me, but what do you have for us? Please.
I have a little thing. I know I'm good for you.
Thank you, Baba. Anyway.
At this stage, I have a candidate there, though. I have as Aswe. I'm supporting Aswe.
Are you? Aswe Igodalo. You be from Edo? You be from Edo?
No, I'm from Anambra State.
You are from Anambra?
Yes.
But you support Aswe? You know what I wanted to say next? I was like, are you one of those Edolites in the diaspora who said, if you rig this election, we'll go after your family, but you are not from Anambra? You're not from Edo, so you're not. So, you tell us. Go on.
I see Aswe as a good candidate. You know, it has something to offer to those states. Okay. You know, it has what it takes to pilot Edo affair. You know, it has human feelings there. It has everything, capacity, the capability.
And you do strongly believe in that, right?
Yes, I believe in him, and he will do it. Okay. You know, people are using Obaseki things.
Like some of those who are condemning him, they are doing so because of Obaseki, not because he is not
right.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
See, if my dad is bad, you can't use my father to condemn me.
Well,
you know,
that sounds fair.
Yes,
some people believe that it's still part of Obaseki's government too now. Like, you know, it can't be absolved of all blames, you know, like it's not totally innocent from Obaseki's failure.
Yes, no, I want to tell you something. You know, so maybe you have a PA. PA will tell you, or advisor will advise you, say, hey, can you do this? Can you do this? Is that for you
to take it or not?
Yes or not? So don't blame. See, all these government, presidents, governor, all of them have advisor.
They do.
You see, it's when you advise somebody, if you take it, it's not for the person. You might give the person the advice, you throw it away. Yes, that's how it works. That's how it looks like. Someone might tell you, oh, my good, go and do this. I want you to do this road. You say,
if I choose not to do it, I can't blame the people who advise me to. I should be responsible, right? Okay, I should be responsible for my actions. Well, that sounds fair.
Even on someone, that's all. You see that? You look at that guy. I swear, he was some of
his advisors too. I remember.
Too. So now he castigating him. You know, so you see, all those things, the way politicians play in Nigeria, the way they play in Nigeria is so bad, it's so ridiculous. In fact, I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. But I give it to Aswe. Believe me. Yes,
well,
I believe in him.
I hope some of these Edo people who are watching as well will agree with you. But if you see someone who disagrees, it's expected.
Yes. You know? See, I'm obedient.
Right.
But I see something in Aswe. Well, that's how I go. Like me, I support Trump here in America. I'm a Trump supporter. So whether you like it or not, whether you say Trump do this, Trump do that, but I still stand with Trump. That's who I am. That's how I do my own thing.
So
I see something
you don't get swayed by the opinion of the crowd. You actually pretty much logically look at things and you stand by what you see, right?
Thank you, Mayagu. That's in body say it all. That's how it is. So
fair enough.
That's how if I follow you, if I start playing you, I will never stop. Even if me and you have a problem now, we have a change of words, I will still come back to you. I'm not that type of person. That's who I am. So I'm not that of the people that push around. No, I will follow. He said as well will turn a door around. He will make a door. In fact, I'm telling you, this man will do good.
God bless you. Take another. It's really good having you on. I mean, I wasn't expecting that somebody would love us from Anambra this much. And it's good to hear.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to say. Well, just 3 seconds, please.
Go on.
That's yesterday about choosing. I was calling yesterday. I was calling you yesterday, but the call was so jamming. You see, those people that are deceiving Nigerians, they need to stop. They need to stop. You can't wear your apron and you go to mud inside the mud and you start running around telling me Jesus Christ, then you should do that. And again, they should stop deceiving our people. Enough for this. It's not right. They're deceiving people a lot. You see, I know him very well. In Aspanda, he has a shop. Right. I know when he started that church. I know him. He's a post seller then. Yeah, he says that
he's a correct businessman. And tomorrow is still a very like a big business guy. Apart from all this noise of I am choosing.
Yeah, leave that in, my brother.
Thank you, sir.
Pick another job, my brother.
Thank you so much. You have it.
The how do you say it? The something of truth.
Say your truth and let others say yes. God bless you. Yeah, you have a good one, Baba. Thank you. So I have another caller because it seems that I've overshot my time enough that I've stolen part of the time for those who are going to be calling in. So here we have it. Adeza from Edinburgh. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, getting there. Thanks for asking.
How's your health? Hope you are recovering fast.
I've done 2 programs. See, this is the 2nd program today. Like, that seems like I'm coming back slow. I mean, gradually. And I should be back fully in no time.
That's great.
Thank you.
Well, I just want to make yesterday I tried to actually connect, but it wasn't going through.
You did try like a million times. It is what it is.
Yeah, my brother. Yeah, let me quickly. I have a lot to just summarize them. Quickly to speak on Edo election.
Right.
You know, Shomole was said, you can win in INEC. No, you can win in the poll. They will win in INEC.
He said
it publicly.
He did.
He said you can win in the poll, but they will win in the INEC. Because what INEC said, is the final. They saying that when like the wakara warawara, I too would say warawara. So I want to encourage other participants to be very vigilant.
Right.
Understand? A do election will determine how we are still going to rate
if there's another election again. People are saying that. Is it that really powerful?
Yeah, the heat is so much, unlike other elections. Understand? It is do or die. Everybody is awake. I have said it with that number that as for me, by now, Yakubu is not supposed to still be heading INEC. Understand? And
Yakubu
he sits
is still
commissioner.
there. And he's the one that will conduct their next one too,
The
2027, if we
election
make
that
it that
was
far.
conducted in Bayelsa, in Kogi, did not show any improvement. Rather, it was worsened than others. So I said that even when they want to protest, the first and the number one person to be removed for them to pressurize the government. Yeah, we know that the person they may bring may be worse than him, but let him go and he sees commissioners. I think want to say that Edo people should be very, very watchful because there are a lot of things going on the ground. But that's just my encouragement and my advice to them. Regarding Dangote and the federal government's NNPC, you know what thing I keep on saying is that the EFCC, the ICPC, you see, they seem sometimes to be looking for things that does not hold water, looking for Yahoo boy, Yahoo girls. But to have a big Yahoo boys, men and women in the Nigeria government that they're supposed to fish out, they never do. No. Like by now, the EFCC or ICP should be able to tell Nigerians who own the refinery in Malta.
You get
that Nigeria oil have been
look at this tanker that loaded the products from Dangote Refinery. I would have expected the journalists in Nigeria to tell us where those trucks ended, where they are being hidden right now. But journalists are also asking us, did anybody see the tanker? Marketers didn't see them. The journalists didn't see them. Nobody knows where they are.
They should be able to also tell us who own NNPCL. NNPCL was an agency of the federal government.
Should be.
Who bought it? How much was it sold?
Where is the money?
When was that in advertised? And who bought it? How much did they bought it? And who owned them? This is what that EFCC is supposed to be doing. But the chairman, when he came, he was making us on the pages of paper, but I've not seen anything that he has done.
No.
Even the Bello, he said, if they didn't prosecute Bello, he will resign. I'll say what people need to resign. He never resigned.
No.
Because those agencies, if actually they really do their work, you know, say that what they call it, even Tinubu who have been a president.
No.
I remember what Ribado, who knows integrity, said about the Tinubu. That's why we all saw it in the papers, yes. And the rest of them. So if EFCC is watching, any of their staff is watching, let them tell their chairman to tell Nigeria who own the refinery in Malta, who own NNPCL. The issue of Dangote is just like one of the criminals. Understand? Because, okay, now, Dangote should tell Emefiele spend a lot of Nigeria money, even depleted the reserve because of
refinery.
Dangote NNPC. I don't know if they have been able to pay the money to some of those people they have bought. So, how much is Nigeria's stake in Dangote? How much is Dangote only Nigerian? So, it's a private business. I'm sure it's a private business, which we know from the state. They should be able to tell how much is Dangote is owing Nigeria and what is the Nigeria equity share in Dangote. We want to know very fast. Those things will help us. Like the issue of Abdulsalam. Abdulsalam is one of the criminals because he handed over the government to civilian. People seem not to be looking at his own side as much. Understand? Most of the property or the land in central area in Abuja, he owns them. I have worked there, have lived in that side before. He owns them. Some times ago, his aircraft was caught in Niger. They carry some criminals. If you still remember,
I do.
They covered it. Today, nobody talk of that aircraft that he declared that he didn't know what they use it for. If it is an Igbo man or Obi now, that one they could have said this thing. So this is when they begin to do certain things. Every election, he will carry that fake paper to people. In fact, I support PDP who refused to sign. What value is gold if it cannot be mined? Every election you will carry the paper from one place to place, they will sign it. At the end, in your presence, they will violate the agreement. It's not punishable.
You will never even come out to condemn them or anything at all. You just wait for the next one.
Yes. Any agreement that has no consequences or repercussion, it doesn't make any sense. And the so-called Kuka, understand? You see, Bishop Kuka. You see, people keep on saying they are religious. They should go and look at the history of Martin Luther King Jr. It's a reverend. He's not just an activist. He's a reverend. What is the role of religious leader to their subject? You see, in the same Bible, just like as you said about Oyediko, that people come to defend their criminal servants. Understand? What are the role of religious leader? When you look at the Bible critically, understand? When Elisha said there will be no rain for 3.5 years, and it happened, Ahab began to look for him up and down. He met with one of the servants, understand? And he said, "Go and tell your master that I'm here." The servant said, if I go tell my master that you are here and he come here and he didn't meet you, he will cut my neck. He said, "Go and tell him." When Ahab just saw Elijah, you know what he told him? He said, "The troubler of Israel." He said, the troubler of Israel. That is what Ahab said to Elisha. Elisha told him that you and your father's house is the troubler of Israel. Who in Nigeria among these prophets that can look the leaders, the governor, the commissioner, and tell them, say, you are the one troubling Nigeria? Rather, they will present their children, their daughter for appointment. They will go and collect contracts, and they will come and tell you that, wait, let's keep on praying for them. Understand? Keep on praying for people who are killing us, are destroying us. You, as a religious leader, you're supposed to come out and speak the truth and condemn the government when you need to be condemned and praise them when you need to be praised. Understand? So you are still able to collect tithe and offering from them. You are not after their welfare. So you are still there and promoting the evil that they are doing. Another thing I want to say to Nigeria is that Isaac said to Esau and Jacob, they are the son of Isaac in the Bible. When Jacob manipulated the blessings when Jacob manipulated the blessings of Esau and deceived the father to pronounce the blessings of him, and Esau went back to his father and said, "This man has manipulated and you give my blessing to him." You know what Isaac the father told Esau? He said, "The day you will be tired, this burden will be rolled away." Nigerians are not tired yet.
No. Because we will see it. We will see it. Nobody needs to say it. We will see it.
If you go to those states, you see people kill to support APC.
Very sad. Man.
Understand?
I saw that.
No matter who come out from APC, should be seen, understand, as an abomination for Nigeria to vote for.
At this
no
point,
matter how the person is good individual, because the time he come into power, he still follow their leaders, and they will never do anything. Among all the states that are even developing, that even say you can see something better, there's no APC among them. They have turned themselves to become criminal and killing Nigeria, and people are still crying for them. So Nigeria, when they attack, just as Isaac said to Esau, when you are tired, this body will roll away from the neck. They can still buy fuel, they can still buy them little things. When it becomes so bad for them, all of them will wake up. They will no longer say anything. They finally, finally, I want to actually, how do I describe it? I want to only say kudos to Sisowore, they call him. You see, I don't normally agree with him in most things he do, because I expect that as an individual who is pursuing good governance according to him, and this is what obedient and obedient seem to represent. I expect them to come together to form a very big structure that can match this opposition. But time to time, it seems that he always speaks against Obi, and I'm not saying Obi is a saint, understand? But from all that we have seen, the federal government have not been able, or state government, indicted him for anything. to show that, yes, nobody is totally innocent, but he has not soiled his hand as regard compared to others. I expected him to at least have cooperated, let them work together to form a very strong form to be able to contend with the opposition party. The only way why I'm mentioning is that I want to say that actually support his courage for daring the federal government. The memo was a leak out that when he come to Nigeria, they will arrested him, and he dared them, and he came. He's a hero in that aspect. It's a man. It's a man that have defeated death in his mind. That I'm ready to die. I really want to appreciate him for that. I also encourage other opposition or other activists to do the same. So, my brother, thank you for all the good work you have been doing. So I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too
for
always being there to add your voice as at when due. You have a good evening, sir. Okay, that's Adeza from Edinburgh, ladies and gentlemen. Now I think this must be Daniel. Hopefully it works this time. Daniel, how are you?
Oh, yeah. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I haven't spoken to you since you came back from surgery.
You've been making effort, though. Yeah. I've been seeing that. And even tonight, I've actually picked your call twice already. Unfortunately, it never connects, and I don't know why. But here you are. Please.
Yeah. So I hope you are recovering nicely.
Slowly,
because I made a comment about a week ago saying that I had the same procedure about 2 years ago. The same year. So which was just the same way you described it. It was the same way. So I'm glad you're about.
So that means in 2 years' time I'll be doing my own anniversary, and you'll be doing 4 years anniversary. So we have a long one to go then, right?
Yes.
What they told me after they did that? They said this is the LV. The LVS you have been in your life, and I think I'm kind of understanding it now. It's good. But let's talk about tonight, Dan.
When I saw Tinubu with his newly purchased toys, I now understood that that people who think that the man is that they will vote him out in 27, they must be mad, because the guy is not ready to do it. They are deluded.
Restaurant is aircraft everywhere. China, UK, Maiduguri, Abuja, then America. They
want to be seen as, especially Tinubu, he wants to be like a god. You know what I mean? So you can see in him that somebody who wants to be
royal father.
On and all. He wants to be in charge. He wants to control. He wants to allocate this to this. He wants to be like God. So and is playing out well for him now. I thought maybe he would have at least be humble a bit, take out his shoe, and at least walk in that water, at least with others. At least be humble yourself a little bit
in the water or walk on top water.
And that's how you will know that this person is not mentally well sound, because he's scared of something. Maybe his background, because of where he comes from, how poor they were, so they are still scared. Mentally poor. It might be physically rich, but it still is lacking mentally. So badly. So he can never be content as he is. So that's where Nigerians find themselves right now. So and I'm there's no way Nigeria will get out of this.
No.
There's no way until people become selfless. They go out there and remain on the street,
it's a fearless October coming up now. People who are screaming and crying that they are hungry. They are saying these people don't care about us. When that October comes now, they will still give excuses. I know that one for sure. We shall see.
And then they are playing just the they are dancing to the song track to Americans, because the American want African to remain poor anyway, so that they can always tell them what to do, no, what not to do. So if any African nation try to come up with their own idea that, okay, this is how we want to live their life, they want to, build their own states accordingly, have their own good road or whatever, Western world doesn't like it. So, we just have to accept it that way. So until a very strong movement, pops up, and then before we can really achieve anything in Africa. So that's all I have
Thank
to
you
say,
so
really.
much, Dan. And that's why people are saying that we should stop blaming the Western world for our own, problems and all that. If Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso could dare them, and today they are still existing, they have not been wiped off, what happened to Nigeria? Dan, enjoy the rest of the evening, okay? Let me take another call.
You too.
Cheers, man. So that's it, Dan, ladies and gentlemen. The line is still very much opened, and you can be part of this conversation, okay? But if you are the type who is shy enough that, no, I'll just be here watching and listening, great. But do me that favor, like the broadcast as usual. That is your own offering. Something to say you are here and you've been part of this chat, okay? So let's have another one. I have another caller. Hello there.
Hello, Mayegu the General.
Sir. How are you?
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, good afternoon from here.
Oh, it's afternoon over there. It's evening here. And yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
It's
Baba.
afternoon. Actually, it was evening. It's
almost
4.
Okay.
Yeah, almost evening.
Yeah,
Mayegu. I was trying to call for the first caller that called about the election in Edo.
Yes,
and when he stated that he's from Anambra.
Louis from the US as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of wonder. I don't think that guy from Anambra. I'm just assuming, but he has his own opinion. But I don't think so.
Everyone does.
Yeah. So you see in Nigeria, those Nigerians, they call themselves Nigerians. He stated they want, because whenever I hear Nigerians, that name they vex me well. They forget the demon. There is a demon in the house, which is the ANEC chairman.
Mr. Yakubu.
That is the person they need to get rid of. And whenever election come in, they don't need to see that man anywhere. Because as that Nigeria is now, that's the man that makes Nigeria what it is. It doesn't have anything to do. Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with Tinubu. If they want anything election to be, as usual, as like called election to be a re-election, they need to get rid of him. Otherwise, whatever they're talking about election, it's just a noise making. It's just the same thing as usual. You know what I mean? Because they haven't get rid of him. They haven't get rid of the demon in the house.
Because people need to understand the fact that if people's votes doesn't count, then that's not an election. If you and I have to talk about how people's votes should count, it's because it doesn't count anyway. It never counts. Then there is no election. Anyone responsible for that should never have anything to do with elections in that place. But unfortunately, that's not the case.
Because Nigerians, that's what they call them zoo. They're animals. They're very useless people. You can never see. How can you be on the last election and you see what this man's done? And you see the situation that all of you guys there in Nigeria in. And every time election come in, you will see all those hungry muggers, money beggars. They want to utilize as the election as a genuine election when you still have the demon in the house. How can that be? How can you win election? How can election be normalized as a normal election when you still have the demon? And when they're talking about the protest and let the president go, that is the first person they need to be getting out of that seat called election. Because they say that NEC is what do they call it? As an all government or whatever they called it, it was in that country. They still haven't get the rid of the demon. So that's what they should be worried about.
The elephant in the room.
Yes, That is what they need to be worried about. Coming to all these two states election they're having now, it's just gonna be the same as usual. Whoever pays the highest money wins.
Exactly. The highest bidder actually
Whoever
takes it.
that's what the man is there for. It's not about what they're voting for and what they're gonna benefit here for them, for their children of their generation to come. That is the main demon there. And the guy that was anybody that talking about election in Nigeria, as long as that man is still on the seat, the Nigeria doesn't have election that can say this election they can call as a real election, as a normalized election, like the people come out and vote and it counts. As long as that idiot is still on the seat, there will nothing be election in that country. Let me leave it here. That's what I'm trying
Bless
to
you. I mean, it's something that a lot of people, your sentiment is part of what a lot of people will agree they will agree with you on that. But it is Nigeria. Until that reform takes place, that the likes of Yakubu is not conducting election, rather is standing or spending his lifetime in jail for what he has done. Electoral haste is worse than even looting, because electoral haste is what gives rooms to looters to gain access to the treasury. Electoral fraud is why you have criminals making decisions in that contraption. See, enjoy your night, okay, Baba?
Thank
you. Now, here, I have another caller, but we are almost done. We only have just about 20 minutes to go. From that 20 minutes, you have 15. So I have probably less than 3 more calls to take. Because after this, we're going to call it a night. Let's hope this works. Hello there.
Hello, brother.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good, my brother. It's Victor from Frankfurt.
Victor from France. Say that again, from France?
Frankfurt, Germany.
God bless you. I was like, I think I had Paulo from France. I can't remember Victor from France, though, right? How is Frankfurt this evening, sir?
Oh, beautiful.
It was so warm in Glasgow today. I don't know if something happened there today. Was it?
Listen to here. We all had a bit of shower and the weather.
A mix of it. Grant. Anyway, thank you so much, Victor, for calling in. Please, sir.
Yes, my brother. Actually from Edo State. Right?
You are from Edo State. Now, this is the son of the soil. We will be interested in your own view on all of this.
So we're monitoring what is happening back home.
Right.
So, I mean, that guy that first caller that called and was saying something about supporting the PDP guy, well, I don't blame him. He doesn't really know what's obtainable in Benin. The way we conduct ourselves in Benin. The last caller that just called made reference to Mr. Yakubu, the Muhammadu whatever.
Now the elephant in the room, the real problem behind the whole problems.
So no, that guy is an asset to Tinubu. Tinubu would not let him go until he succeeded in rigging, using him to rig the election in the whole of the 36 states in Nigeria, including Abuja. He knows the reason why he retained him, and we're not going to tolerate that nonsense. The last time he came to Benin, last time Tinubu came to Benin, we warned him, we told him, with all the dollars he brought to come and bribe our people, they took the money and we did the right thing because we thought Obaseki was going to be good for us, but unfortunately, he let us down. This time around, we're not taking nonsense. We're not taking anything for granted. You understand? Let them come with their money. But if Mr. Yakubu tried the nonsense he tried at the national level, I bet he would not be leaving Benin. Unfortunately.
Except we will not if he's not going to be announcing the result in Edo. Maybe they will rush to Abuja to do it. If they do it in Edo, he won't leave Edo. Especially if the people vote and they won't let their vote count. I've heard that many times. But is that actually the reality?
Well, the point is that, like those guys that want to come and steal ballot boxes, they've been warned. If they try it, a lot of them will be burnt alive. They've been warned.
Wow.
It's not question of, the people are not hiding. They are not even hiding it anymore because we've had it up to the neck. We've had enough. For how long have this book, for how long would they continue to retard our progress in those states? They will not allow the right person to come into government.
No.
Yeah? We're tired. The APC or the PDAPC or whatever, they've been there for the past 25 years and there's no progress. So we want to try something new. We're looking up to Labour now. We want Olumide to come in.
So if he won't fail too, at least
backing
the Edo people can answer up later and say, oh, more, the beautiful one are not yet born. But repeating and repeating the same characters, I have heard a lot of Edo people say it's not going to happen. I hope it's true.
Oh man, people are ready for them this time around. If they do anyhow, they will see anyhow. It's not question of, nobody is threatening anybody, but we know what we want and we're going for it. We are tired. Come to our state. There's no development. The whole of the road connected. Edo is the most connected state in the whole of Nigeria. But come to all the routes that lead into Edo and that's leading to other parts of the country. None of them is motorable.
I did tell you, anybody where they doubt what Victor is saying right now, right? Go on to Google and type in State of Edo Road. Don't go on to Twitter. Don't go on Facebook. Don't go anywhere else. Just go to Google. You will see. And you'll be wondering, is there any government in this place at all?
The healthcare is in a mess.
Oh dear.
No industry. No place for the people to work. The rate of unemployment is unimaginable.
25 years of PDAPC.
There are budget that comes into the state every now and then. It happens to me, in person, right? The kind of game they're playing. Money was budgeted. They go and borrow money for the World Bank, bring it in, and then they squander it among themselves. Like I told you the last time, a silence was supposed to be built, of which we got the contract from Ministry of Agriculture of Agric. That Obaseki refused to approve that project, and at the end of the day, that money has been squandered. You understand me? I told my partner, I said, let's sue these guys. Let's sue this guy before he leaves the government. But the guy will not budge. I don't know if he's part of
agree. Well, maybe because he knows them better, like it's pure waste of time. Maybe people should speak in one voice in a way that they will send their messages. And if anybody try to kind of make that work, then that could be a problem, like you said.
Right. I mean, we've seen that Labour has a manifesto that we can work with. We've seen what Alessoti is doing in Abia State, and we want it to be replicated in Benin. It is possible. It can be done. These things are not record science. We just need somebody that will be willing to work for us. We are tired of this. We've been pushing us around, sharing money here and there. Look at Oshomole. Yeah. He said something about Aso Igodalo. Yeah, there was a time in Benin when they came up with this planware project. That they use in duping the rich and the poor in Edo State. And Aso Igodalo was part of that project. With people that they defrauded the rich and the poor. They were like telling people, if you invest into our project within the period of 6 months, you get double the price or double the amount of the money that you invested. And the whole thing crashed and they took the money away. Nobody investigated them. We didn't hear nothing about it up to tomorrow. A lot of people committed suicide because of this man. And he want to come and govern the state. Does he think we are stupid? We know their record. We don't want them.
So what people are asking for right now is that let people actually choose what they want and make it count, okay?
Exactly.
Rather than muscle them out or cheat them.
Exactly. And Edo election would be make or break for Nigeria.
I pray so. Honestly speaking, I do. Because there should be a break. Just like I reacted to that of Dangote Oil and that. I said, listen, we might be people who are looking forward to the breakup of that contraption, but before the contraption breaks, people actually need a break. This is just so much, and it's just like endless.
These guys know what they are doing. You just said something about Dangote's oil, petrol. You know that Okwila factory, Edo State, the cement that is being produced, for Dangote in Edo State, is so enormous. The people in Edo State cannot buy cement, and yet this thing is produced.
And it's being produced in Edo.
Extracted from there.
I don't know how many people who are here that knows that there is a refinery in Edo that they make sure that it never works.
Of course.
In Edo State, they ensure that it never works. Private refineries,
So this guy will just keep tussling with us, playing game with us every now and then. Every 4 years, they come around to mess with us, and then they go away like that. For how long is this going to be continued? We are fed up,
Victor.
So they allow us breathe, or they pay for it. It's getting too much.
Thank you so much, man. It is what it is, as they say, and here we are. there are so many Edolites abroad in the diaspora. And to be honest, right, Edo State is one of the states in Nigeria where their own diasporans, they invested so much in the politics, in the infrastructure and stuff like that, that they are so interested in what goes on in their state. I don't know how many states people come from, who lives abroad in the diaspora, as interested as in what is happening in their own state, like the Edolites. I hope it works for you.
Yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed, bro. We just hope we don't mess around with it, with this election.
Thank you so much, Victor. You have a good one, sir. Okay.
My regards to the family.
And yours too. Thank you, sir. Yeah. So that's a Victor, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to be taking my last call. And listen, if you haven't really kind of liked this, I hope you do now. We only have just about 5 minutes to go. And this is my last caller. I mean, this call I'm about to take now will be my last caller for the evening, okay? And I only have just 5 minutes. Here, let's get it done. Hello there.
Hello, sweetie.
H.O. ma'am, how are you? You are back, oh. Now, you know something, ma'am? You are going to promise me that you are not going to actually overstretch the time this evening. We only have just 5 minutes. Can you make it work, ma'am?
First of all, the person...
You didn't answer me. You didn't answer me. Would you make it work? That 5 minutes, that's what you use.
I will, because I have another meeting.
All right, ma'am, please.
Please. Somebody said something that touches me right now.
Okay.
And I want that guy to collect my number from you.
Okay.
The person that talks about the plan well. Please reach out to me.
Victor.
Because we get to fight that battle. Now that I know the person behind the plan well, I was about to enter Unica. My elder brother took some money from me and my cousin elder brother. They put in that business. He entered voicemail.
Wow.
And I got that money by doing sales girl in a pharmacy store in Unica. I mean, in Calabar. When that money entered voicemail, my brother didn't even apologize. They just normal, you know. So now when I sabi the person behind, who make that comment, I bet rich, we get fight to fight. So I swear, now you and your people are, market does swear for you, be that. Market does swear for you. For Nigeria Watch tomorrow, any person will vote for us, swear. I've been not support any person before. But say now you they be a plan where you see that money, una go vomit. Una go vomit with interest. So whoever make that copy, reach out. It is not business as usual. Hey, Papa God, I thank you. Me and my brother don't fight because of this money. I don't crash the teeth. No problem. That's the other one when I want to talk.
Yes, ma'am.
That there is a guy I am looking for. On the 7th of September, you showcase that if they play football, now Thursday is supposed to be Yakini. But like
our guy from Basharu Ibadan.
Yes, he go play football. Reach out, we need to talk about that guy. We dey send her out to play in ADG Sport Academy. He must fulfill destiny. That is our academy, and I am the CEO, the founder. Wọ́n bí wọn re, àwọn tí wọ́n fò lálẹ́ wọ́n fò lóru. Èmi náà fò, gbogbo àwọn mi ló máa ṣoríire. So finally, the Nigeria government, you see this wuruwuru one they do for NNPC, gbogbo yín ló máa jìyà ẹ̀. Sorry, NNPC at the NNPCL. I am from Delta State, Urobo lady. None of my people there for that office. And now they collect our oil. Share, I hear say, oil there for my family farm. Una collect at the chopper. They could not worry. of your mother for picking the cup.
It will punch them.
Yes, so of your mother for picking, if they can't collect what I don't chop. My brothers and sisters, my papa children, they suffer. When they make oil from my family land. Now, God is saying, now go, hey, they jack back.
No.
Hey, so finally, my boyfriend, my sweetheart, Tinubu, released
the city boy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the city boy. I want to join the queue when he go to chop him money. So I don't boyfriend her. If he like me, not boyfriend me.
Right.
For the sake of if my children mandate, he not get choice. He go boyfriend me by fire, by thunder. So boyfriend, the city boy, and with the tail, Bami,
the man they chop the best of his life right now. New private jet, new escalator trucks, New York. National unity, one Nigeria unity, Ankara.
National unity, Ankara, remove poverty from the land.
If they give you your own Ankara in Nigeria and you're hungry, pack them, put them for your pot, cover them, add water, food go enter.
So therefore, boyfriend Jimmy Tinubu, eba mi shuna di kano sile. There is a checkmate that is coming. Checkmate card. I'll need ìbọn. But gbogbo àgbáyé wọ́n máa mọ̀ wípé àwọn ọmọ mi ti dé. Wọ́n dẹ̀ dúró sẹ́yìn mi gidigba. For your information,
yes, ma'am.
Èmi àtọmọ mi àtàtà Sowore àpàdé lánàá in worship media. A dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀. Mo dẹ̀ sọ fún pé ọmọ tẹ́ ẹ bá lọ sí kóòtù tí wọn bá fi sílẹ̀ ẹ má worry. Màá fún yín ní láṣkà. Ó ní ìyá máa tó àṣírí. Mo ní mo gàn ní. Mi gan. Èmi ò lè sọ fún àtà àṣírí. Mo kà fẹ́ fi sí wọn létí so that when it happen, the whole world will know I warned him. And after we have released Nnamdi Kanu. The next one will be insecurity. And I'm going to give them 6 months to complete it. I would have given the only 3 months before, but I will give them 6 months. The reason I'm giving them 6 months, they will use 3 months to stop insecurity. Then they will use the remaining 6 months. All the villages that is destroyed in the north and anywhere in the south, they go build the houses better.
Amen.
Because if they can spend 21 billion to renovate or not to build vice presidential, so they can see money to build all those beautiful. And my children will go supervise them because they're not going to build nonsense. You see, this money, national cake, but Gualoma and Jenny, Emma, say, I want you to be one party one, they will go and do audit of those loans. Then, Obasanjo, we are not forgiving you. IBB, we are not forgiving you. Sorry, Bobonyi, there is only one way that we will forgive you. You will tell us, Bobo, Iran will tell us that is wrong. You will apologize to us. Then, Bobo, what a loot. And the one they dig on the ground, TMFLO, we go return her in peace. If we are not returner, Abba, èmi àtọmọ yín, àwọn ọmọ wa, àgbà gbogbo ẹ̀ ní.
By fire, by force.
By fire, by force ni. Ṣé Sowore nìkan ló ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀? Ìyá ẹ̀dẹ̀ ti, ìyá ẹ̀, I am his political mother. So I am supporting my son with the did you see how he tell you people pé òun láyọ̀, ìyá òun lioness, ó dẹ̀ wá bí òun lion. Ìgbà tẹ́ ẹ ti fear, you gave him fear. Ó dẹ̀ ń jẹ́, ó dẹ̀ wá jẹ́, ó dẹ̀ wá mú jẹpẹtẹ lórí ẹ̀, ó dẹ̀ arrive sí Nàìjíríà lórí. Ṣé bí mo send message pé ẹgbẹ́ o, tẹ́ bá gbé, tẹ́ bá rò pé it is 2019, ló jẹ́ kẹ́ẹ̀gbé. Kí tètè lẹ́tà ọmọ mi sílẹ̀ 30 minutes tẹ́lẹ̀, but that 30 minutes, you are still going to pay for it because you do not have your audacity to even detain my son for the sake of. So it is now fire for fire, water for water. How you lay your bed, so you will lie on it. And not
ma'am. Our time is now like it has crossed the line. You promised me 5 minutes. It's over now. Thank you so much.
Good night, love. I love you.
I love you too, ma. You have a beautiful evening and a good night as well, ma'am. Okay? Tomorrow is another day, right? I look forward to speaking to you again, ma.
Yes, of course.
Yes, ma'am. Udaroma. That's it, show, ladies and gentlemen. She is our last caller this evening. As our time actually crosses its normal mark, I have to remind everyone that if you haven't really liked the broadcast, please do now or never bother again. So thank you so much for spending your evening with me as usual. Tomorrow is another day. Hopefully I'll be here tomorrow afternoon. For those of you who are in America and all these other, South American and North America places, right? You can easily tune in the morning. To others, it's going to be brunch time the next time we meet. Good night to every one of us.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàwé. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.